The play is about Argon, the patriarch of this wealthy home. He's getting older, and he is a severe hypochondriac. The play begins, and he's looking at his medical bills and his pharmaceutical bills, and they're so outrageously high, something we can all relate to today. They're so outrageously high that he devises a scheme to marry his beautiful young daughter to the nephew of his doctor. Now, the nephew of his doctor turns out to be the last person in the world you'd want to marry. And, by coincidence, his daughter has just fallen in love with a young man that she meets at the theater a few days before. Toinette, the maid, comes up with a scheme to try to thwart the marriage, and hijinks ensue. Based on my interpretation of the themes of the play, we are setting our imaginary invalid in the Belle Époque, or the mechanical age. So 1890s, first decade of the 20th century. That was a decade when there was a massive technological explosion, and where people really began to believe that through human technology we would solve all of our problems. And you would find in magazines at the time these massive full-page advertisements for medical equipment and devices. They're going to cure your baldness and your weight loss and your rheumatism and your et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's also the mechanical age, right? Just right before electricity is widespread. So that aesthetic made sense to me for this play. So in terms of all the devices and things like that, the whole set itself is a device. So it's as if the whole play is unfolding as a giant mechanical device or a giant wind-up toy.
The inspiration for the shape of the arches of the set comes from the machine hall of the Paris exhibition of 1889. And then we've put a lot of gears everywhere and a lot of machine parts so there can be a movement of the scenery as there's movement on stage.
There's a lot of comedy to the show, and there's also a lot of comedy in the costumes. Most intriguing to me about the show is that it did not have to be historically accurate, and we could play with certain elements and make it more fun and more whimsical.
Molière's plays, when they're doing well, and hopefully we're going to do it well, I think we are going to do it well, are just flat out delightful. And my feeling is when I go see a really, really delightful, high-energy comedy, I leave the theater feeling invigorated. So it is our goal to charge everybody's batteries with this play and this production. I think we're going to do it.